Hello, Tallahassee. You can see we have quite a rainy Thursday and Friday here for us, getting up to 0.5 to 75 inches. I'm student meteorologist Robert Zott, and here is your current look at the weather. Right now, it is 65 degrees and sun. Well, not actually sunny outside. It is quite rainy outside. We had some sun earlier, though, but now we have a lot of rain, up to an inch of rain in Tallahassee and the surrounding area. Winds from the west-northwest at 5 miles per hour. So you can see a pretty nice day aside from the rain. Quite good temperatures for us, 61 in Thomasville, 68 in Apalachicola, and 65 here in the metro. So quite a good day for us, like I said, aside from the rain. You can see this rain sort of coming through and clearing out a little bit, though we do have some clouds that are going to stick around for Saturday afternoon into the evening, maybe a spotty shower or two that we're watching into the overnight hours. You can see a fairly nice day tonight, 65 degrees, rain ending. And we're looking at tonight's edition of FSU weather. Quite a rainy Friday, temps return to the 70s, and rain and thunderstorms next week. So that's all you're going to see on this edition of FSU weather right now.
Good evening, Tallahassee. I'm student meteorologist Melissa Geiger, and a happy Friday to you all as we see today's weather with FSU Weather Friday edition. Today was really a cloudy and miserable day. We had a lot of rain come through, a lot of overcast skies, really not a pleasant day to be outside. It was highs in the 60s today, and with that rain that came through, there was a cold front, so we will looking at colder temperatures coming into the area in the next day. So be prepared for colder temperatures in the next few days and tonight. We also have our FSU game against Clemson here at FSU tonight, so be prepared for that tomorrow. So be prepared for that. You may want to check the weather before you go out, just in case it is a little bit cooler out and you need to get a sweater or a jacket to be prepared for that weather going out there. So we have clear skies coming through as that cold front pushed through over this past day. And we will look at cooler temperatures coming into the area. So hopefully those skies will start clearing out, and this weekend we'll hopefully look up a little bit as we look forward to this game this weekend and going into next week. So let's turn it over to Zach with your local weather.
Yeah, thanks, Melissa. It was pretty soggy out there today, but you know, the high was at 66 degrees. The low was only 61. We really haven't had a big temperature variation today. The records, though, you know, things could be a lot warmer and a heck of a lot colder. Thank goodness we're not at 10 degrees or anywhere close to that. But we do have to deal with the rain, moderating the temperatures. 65 right now. Our beautiful look at Doak Campbell Stadium, a little bit obscured because of that rainfall, but we have that west-northwesterly wind. That front just kind of passed through. You can see these multiple rounds, one right here as we go over towards Dowling Park. Thomasville down towards Tallahassee, we had another band come through, and now we just had to have these scattered showers really all over the place. So looking at the other side, you know, some of these showers were a little bit on the heavier side as they continued to push off to the east. But really wouldn't worry about anything too much as we go into the evening. Generally lighter precipitation is expected. Right now, 65, like I said, in Tallahassee, but inland it's a little cooler, 60 in Bainbridge and 61 in Thomasville. And we're still reporting some of that showers. Perry is our warm spot this evening at 66 degrees. Expect everyone to cool off slowly as we go over the next couple of hours. Dew points really close to the temperatures, indicating that, you know, we do have a lot of moisture in the air, especially compared to where we usually are this time of the year. So by tomorrow morning, things are really generally clearing out. We just have a couple of those clouds hanging around, and you know, the showers kind of lingering offshore really. Down towards Apalachicola, wouldn't be shocked to see a little bit more in the way of showers. Tonight's forecast, as farther inland you go, the cooler it's going to be. 50 in Valdosta, 49 in Thomasville, and 50 over towards Bainbridge and Quincy. However, St. Mark's and Apalachicola are going to stay in the mid-50s there along the coast. Tomorrow, though, looking like a fantastic day at 60 degrees by noon. Going to get up somewhere around 63, 64 for your afternoon, so a fantastic day for whatever you have planned, and then starting to cool off in the evening with not really any chance of precipitation. 52 tonight is what we're calling it. Would stay away from the mostly clear. Probably going to be somewhere in the, you know, partly cloudy to mostly cloudy range, but that wind northeast at 5 miles an hour, not doing a whole heck of a lot. Your marine forecast, 64 tomorrow, And, winds northeast at around 10 knots, so, that front's come through. You're going to see a little bit more of that. And the seas, 1 to 2 feet, so a couple small waves out there if you want to take out the boogie board. The week ahead, weekend looks absolutely fantastic, but I am super excited. We have thunderstorms in the forecast, and we have the mid-70s returning. It really feels like a springtime pattern. So we get into the second half of next week. Look at that, 71, 67, cools off a little bit by the end of next week, but if 64 is the coolest we have to deal with, guys, I would say spring is probably right around the corner. Super exciting, I think. David?
Absolutely, I agree with you. Spring is around the corner. There's warmer temperatures will start showing up on our forecast models and stuff here. And it's been cloudy because of this front that is draped across parts of southern Georgia, it's Alabama. It's sort of on the Florida-Georgia line there. It's been keeping it very cloudy and drizzly, and sometimes a little bit moderate rain, but most of it is light and almost like a mist. And we'll take a look here at Georgia and South Carolina. There a lot of places north of Columbia, South Carolina, they're not really experiencing what's going on down here, what we have with the showers and storms, not any storms, scattered showers and a lot of cloud cover across Georgia. And so we look at the next one. And this cloud cover will actually move out of the area soon over the next couple of days, and we'll see some peaks of sunshine, especially in Florida, where we have experienced a lot of cloud cover. And here's the rain that has fallen over the past 12 hours, I believe. And you can see that there is, we'll zoom in again, look at South Carolina. Yeah, it's beautiful up here in the southern Appalachian Mountains, good for hiking. And here across parts of Mississippi and Alabama, the same front bringing showers from west to east, and that cloud cover, which will move out with the low pressure system as soon as that low pressure takes it away. Here we're going to look at the temperatures currently across the southeast, and you see where the stationary front is located, right here across northern Florida, separating the cooler temperatures. We have a temperature of 59 degrees in Jacksonville and 74 degrees there in Orlando. And the dew points, also you can see where the front is located with those lower dew points north of the stationary front and the higher ones to the south. And right where we're at here in Tallahassee, you get the shower activity and the cloud cover. You see the dew points are on the high side of 65. And the moisture forecast, the moisture is located right across where that front is, and it looks like it's going to lift a little bit more up here, so we might have some more shower activity over along the Gulf Coast states. And Futurecast shows this persistent cloud cover. It's slowly moving out, slowly moving to the south a little bit here. There'll be peaks of sun for us over the weekend, but we'll still be dealing with the cloud cover and a little bit of gloominess, but probably less shower activity. Tonight's lows around the southeast, 42 degrees in Montgomery, Alabama there, and 40 in Charleston, South Carolina. And as you move down the state, those temperatures are a little bit on the warmer side south of the front. And tomorrow's forecast, beautiful for most of the people to the north, looking at Montgomery at 62, Atlanta at 59, with plenty of sunshine. But across Florida, there'll still be some clouds with peaks of sun and temperatures in the mid to upper 60s. And now we're going to take a look at Florida with Robert and see what's going on around our state. Are we going to see any more sunshine, or is it going to stay cloudy?
Right, David. It is for us right now in North Florida. It's going to be fairly cloudy for us. As you can see, Panama City Beach, we have quite a few clouds over the Gulf, and it is going to stay like that way for most of us here in the Panhandle. For you guys in the south, however, getting a nice treat of sunshine. You can see down here, it's a little bit warmer in Miami and West Palm Beach, but as you go up to the north, it's a little bit cooler and rainier, as it is 65 in Tallahassee and 65 in Pensacola. Right now you can see it's fairly muggy up here in the north side, with Pensacola and Tallahassee being a little bit on the little muggy side of the muggy meter, kind of plagiarizing what I just said there. You can see over in West Palm Beach and Miami, it is really nice, as we see not a lot of rain and not a lot of moisture and fairly warm down there. So pretty nice conditions if you are trying to go to the beach along Orlando to Miami. Right now, satellite radar started sort of showing this story right here. Not anything you can really see at all for Miami. A little bit of a break from tradition here. And Fort Myers also enjoying a lot of this cloudless sunshine down there. But as you move further north, you can really see these rain and showers sort of populating the I-10 corridor from Jacksonville to Lake City, even up over towards Tallahassee. And you can see all the way over to Panama City and even over to Pensacola, seeing it a little bit of clearing towards Pensacola, but still quite a lot of showers and storms associated with this stationary front. Tomorrow's forecast, you can see that it's going to be very, well, nice for most of us. I would say nice depends on your definition of nice, but it is not going to be too hot for any of us. For 60s up in the Panhandle and North Florida, and down to the 70s, maybe even touching 80 in Miami. We'll have to see how close that gets, but right now, 79 is the forecasted high for you guys there. 73 in Tampa and 70 in Orlando, so along the I-4 corridor. You guys are going to look fairly nice into tomorrow. Futurecast, we're seeing these showers and storms sort of clearing out a little bit for North Florida, and however, it does start to make its way a little farther southward towards the I-4 corridor as we get towards Saturday evening. You can see a few showers and thunderstorms sort of making their way into Orlando and Tampa. Not really Miami, though, so we're going to have to watch that for tomorrow. Florida forecast, you can see what I'm saying here with how dry and warm it is in Miami, touching 80 on Sunday, 81, excuse me, and 80 on Monday. However, it does start to get a little bit cooler and wetter as you move north. You can see we're actually having a fairly okay chance of rain for you guys in Tampa, touching up to 78 on Monday. However, it starts to get a lot cooler as we get to Jacksonville, which is 62, not even touching 80 at all. 41% chance of rain on your Sunday there. As we start to move towards Pensacola, we're also seeing this happen here quite a bit with the fact that it is going to be fairly rainy and warm there. It's going to be also in the 60s and a fairly precipitous chance of rain for you guys in Pensacola also. So what we're seeing tonight in Florida is a fairly wet and rainy north and a fairly warm and dry south. So we've got this dichotomy along the I-4 corridor. But again, a very nice day for us, no matter where you are, as we don't have any severe weather, any hurricanes, not even close to that yet. So I got to say, a fairly nice night for us all the way from North Florida, South Florida. Got a fairly good day for us. And we're going to start seeing a fairly good day for all of you guys into the next week. But I'm going to pass things off now to Melissa for another look at our local.
Thank you, Robert. Let's take a look at our local weather. Today was high at 65, and it wasn't sunny. It was definitely really cloudy and rainy throughout the day with a little bit of a breeze coming through as that cold front made its way into the area today. Looking at today's almanac, you can see 66 was the high and 61 was the low. A little bit below, above average for the high, but definitely way below the record for this area. Hour by hour, you can see that the rain was coming through. There wasn't a whole lot of rain coming through. The temperatures slowly decreased throughout the day, but didn't come up all that much as that cold front made its way through the area today. Satellite radar, you can see that the rain was coming through with that front as the front moved through Florida, bringing rain into the area, but scattered showers. Overall, not too much rain coming through, but there was some precipitation with the front. Looking over at the temperatures for today, you can see 65 in Tallahassee, 61 in Thomasville, and 60 up in Brainbridge. You can see down at Apalachicola was 68, as it was a little bit warmer near the Gulf. Dew points, you can see that 65 in Tallahassee, 58 in Brainbridge, 59 in Thomasville, and 65 in Perry. So it was a little bit lower in dew points today as that front came through. For wind speed, you can see that there was a little bit of a breeze coming through. 8 in Donaldsonville, 6 in Quincy, 5 in Tallahassee. With a little bit faster down in Apalachicola at 7, and over in Perry there was no wind at all. Looking at tonight, see the temperatures will be coming down tonight with low of 51 in Tallahassee, 51 in Monticello. A little bit cooler up in Thomasville with low of 49, Valdosta at 50. Apalachicola has some showers continuing through tonight with a low of 55. Tonight in College Town, it's going to be a low of 52 and not clear skies, but cloudy skies coming through. Maybe some rain possible as we move through the rest of the evening. So if you are planning on going out tonight, be aware that there might be some showers to look out for as you go through the night. For the marine forecast, 64 and northeast at 10 knots with seas of 1 to 2 feet. So overall, an actually pretty nice day for being out on the beach if you plan to go out. Looking at the week ahead, you can see there are some thunderstorms coming through, which is something we have not seen in quite some time. Saturday, we have a high of 64 and a low of 57. So this weekend, for your game day against Clemson tomorrow here at FSU is looking to be pretty nice. So coming through, We're looking at a pretty nice week, highs in the 70s, and some thunderstorms to look out for. Now let's turn it over to Zach and David at the desk.
Yeah, thanks, Melissa. You know, I'm pretty happy about the 7-day forecast. I'm glad we're kind of getting into the warmer time of the year. I mean, it seems a little early, but, you know,
Yeah,
I'm not
so
going to complain.
73, 75 degrees on
Hey.
that. Wow.
You know, but, you know, it's not warm everywhere. And tonight we're going to talk about winter precipitation, something that many of us in Florida aren't necessarily accustomed to.
Yeah, I definitely don't have very much winter precipitation around here.
Yeah, so, you know, generally people, I mean, almost everybody knows about hail, right? Hail forms in thunderstorms. It's a big ice ball, varying sizes. What's the largest hail you've ever seen?
Largest hail I've ever seen is probably ping pong size.
Okay, yeah, so that can do some serious damage to,
Yeah.
you know, your vehicle. Or,
That wasn't in Florida, though. That was in Pennsylvania.
right, yeah. Most hail in Florida tends to be smaller. At
Yes,
least,
I
yeah,
agree.
from what I've seen and heard. We also have sleet, something that usually if it does happen to fall in Tallahassee, you know, it's brief. 2018 was the last time we had a mixture of like sleet and snow.
So how does sleet form?
Well, you can see here on the chart, you know, we have varying from left to right. That red area is an above freezing layer in the atmosphere, right? So that you can think about it, above 32 degrees. The thicker that layer is between the cloud and the ground, the more liquid, the more melted the precipitation becomes. So as you start to move to the right, we have ice and freezing rain. You know, generally it melts and then it's really cold at the ground, so it kind of freezes on contact. Sleet, you have a thinner layer of that you know, thinner warm layer. So it has more time to refreeze and it becomes kind of like an ice ball. And then snow, of course, you don't really want any above freezing air in your column of atmosphere if you really want snow.
Right, when you have snow, the temperature is below freezing the whole way through the column, and it reaches the ground as snow.
Yeah, now it can snow when the temperature at the surface is above freezing, and that has happened a good many times at home in West Virginia. Generally in the Mid-Atlantic that happens fairly often, but don't expect it to stick.
And usually when that happens, it's usually a wet snow, isn't it?
Yeah, oh yeah, very wet, watery snow. If it would ever snow in Tallahassee, that would probably most certainly be the case.
Absolutely, probably, you're right.
One day, you know, we can always hope. It's happened a few times in history. It will probably happen again. All right, now, so let's go ahead and turn it over. Well, looks like, David, you're on deck next.
Oh, awesome.
Yep, head up to the national
We're gonna look
picture.
at the national picture, and hopefully the whole country is not covered by these clouds that we have, and it doesn't look like it is. It looks like there's actually a clear spot here across the midsection of the country, north of Dallas here. What's this out in California? Wow, they're actually getting some precipitation, some rain from a storm system that is moving on. It's actually a big dip in the jet stream here that is bringing some much needed moisture and shower activity to California after they've been dealing with all those fires this whole fire season. And we do have another cold front up here to the north, across just south of the Great Lakes moving in, and there's a low pressure system up in New England providing some lake effect snow to parts of New York and Pennsylvania and Ohio, which we'll talk about Ohio a little bit in our next segment. Convective outlook, not much thunderstorm activity expected across the country, just over here near parts of southern Nevada and northwest Arizona. As far as the rest of the country, no thunderstorms expected from the prediction center. And water vapor, you see a big dip in the jet stream over here on the west coast. The storm system is going to bring in some shower activity to California, and then some snow in the higher elevations. As we move to the midsection, you see there's the dip in the jet stream. There's another storm system here. And then as we get down here, here's our stationary front and cold front over here, which eventually will move through and will give us some more sun than clouds over the next, hopefully for this weekend. And satellite radar out west, and see that low pressure system out here. As you can see, the counterclockwise motion here, and you got snow up in the mountains and some rain along the coast of California. And up in the northeast, talking about that low pressure system bringing snow into parts of much of New York. Some lake effect snow coming off the lake there, you can see, and also Pennsylvania has some snowfall associated with that low pressure system. And in the plains, just some high clouds associated with some colder air coming down. There is a cold front moving through the area, so there's some higher cloud tops there, high clouds associated with that. And temperatures tonight, actually the temperatures currently 32 degrees up in Billings. This blue is this cold air it's coming out of Canada and filtering its way down into the rest of the country. And you see here in the southeast, remain in the anywhere from 54, mid-50s to the upper 60s here in North Florida, and 74 is the warm spot in Miami. And you see that cold air up there in the northeast. Looks like there's some Canadian air trying to sneak its way back in. And you see on the radar, future radar, they'll clear out in the northeast. We'll get some sunshine. Clouds will remain down here in the southeast. And the storm system that's over California will move through, and they'll get some breaks of sun. And tonight's lows around the country, cold, absolutely, it's winter. You see 16 up in Billings. Texas, San Antonio, 53 degrees. And as we look out east, cold weather once again up in the northeast. And tomorrow's highs, it's going to be cold in the northeast, 30s and low 30s to upper 30s. And as you move southeast, in the 50s and 60s, and out west in California, 56 in Los Angeles. Now I'm going to turn things over to Zach, who's going to take a look at the
Yes,
Ohio.
welcome to Ohio. If you happen to, not like so much of our Florida pattern and you want some more wintertime conditions, let's take a look at some wintry conditions right here behind me. Let's focus on Cleveland, right? You guys right now are experiencing some pretty decent lake effect snow. Lake effect snow is one of my most favorite and interesting weather time patterns. Here's we get over towards I-79 there, just north of Pittsburgh. We had a nice squall come in. South and central Ohio as we get down here towards Columbus, though, things are clearing out. So overall, not too bad. Why does lake effect snow happen? Well, our lakes here aren't covered with ice, hardly at all, especially Lake Erie. It's pretty liquid, and it's warm, 40, 50 degrees. The air temperatures are in the 20s and 30s, so that moisture rises up. We have this onshore flow, 15, 16 miles an hour as we get over towards Cleveland, and you'll see here in the future radar bands continuing into tomorrow or so, really offshore of the lake, and then once again picking up again on Sunday in many areas with that lake effect snow. So we expect this kind of wintry conditions to continue. And our 3-day forecast, of course, for Cleveland, let's take a quick look. Saturday, 26 degrees, and we have it just being cold, because relatively here in Florida, anything that's 20 or 30 is pretty cold. But by Monday, we expect those lake effect snow showers to kind of continue again. Temperatures, however, around freezing. We don't expect those road conditions to be too terribly bad, because if there's one thing Ohio knows how to do, it's taking care of wintertime roads. So let's get back to the warmth and a little bit more excitement with Robert, who's going to take a look at our sports.
Yes, thank you for the Ohio forecast. We always love Ohio here at FSU Weather, our favorite state. But right now we're going to look at some of our weather. Buccaneers at Packers at Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Not quite Ohio, but it's going to be pretty cold for you guys there too. You can see some light snow at kickoff, going to happen some light snow at kickoff, you guys, at Lambeau Field. There you go. It's going to be 30 degrees at 3:05 p.m. Halftime, it's going to be some light snow. It's going to be just a tad bit cooler at 29 degrees for you guys. And heading home, just a few flurries. So nothing too much for you guys there. We're just going to be seeing maybe a little bit of snow, but I know you guys can handle it up in Green Bay. Now we're looking at the Bills at Chiefs at the Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. Kickoff, it's going to be moderately clear with 37 degrees at 6:40 p.m. It will get a little cloudy during the game at halftime, 35, almost at freezing. But by the time you're going to be heading home, it will be clear, a little colder at freezing, but still fairly nice for you guys there at Arrowhead Stadium. Now, we're going to see our own team, FSU, at ranked 20 Clemson. We support our guys here, and we hope you too. You do too. We even have a meteorologist on that team, so you better come out and see him. And it's going to be nice too, so you have no excuse not to go. Mostly cloudy, 65 degrees. For basically the entire day, going to be cooling down just a little bit at 5 p.m. when you're going to be heading home, 63 degrees. But at tip-off, all the way to halftime, it's going to be absolutely beautiful conditions for you guys here at the Donald L. Tucker Center in Tallahassee, Florida. So again, an absolutely beautiful day for you guys here in Florida. Not as cold as you guys up north at Lambeau Field or even in Kansas City, but an absolutely great day for you guys here. So we're looking to see all the sports excitement, but we are going to have one last look at our local conditions with Melissa.
Thank you, Robert. So let's look one last time at our local conditions right now. You can see that it's 65 degrees currently in Tallahassee, and unlike how this says, it is not sunny, it is mostly cloudy, with some chances of showers still coming through tonight as that cold front finishes moving its way out of the Tallahassee area. Looking at the satellite, you can see the rainfall today. We had a ½ inch to a 3/4 inch of rain today as that cold front moved through the area. leaving behind some pretty muggy conditions for the day. For the satellite and radar, you can see that rain coming through as that cold front made its way across Tallahassee, and it's continuing to move further across the state this evening. Looking at this satellite a little bit farther east, you can see the rain is continuing to move off into the waters past Jacksonville, leaving Jacksonville with a lot of rainfall right now. For our hour by hour, you can see the temperatures did continue to rise today as that cold front moved through, but overall it stayed pretty low with highs in the 60s. So overall it was a pretty nice day temperature-wise, just not with rain and cloud cover. Temperatures today, you can see 65 Tallahassee, a little bit colder at 59 in Bainbridge and 61 in Thomasville and Valdosta. For today's dew points, Tallahassee at 64, Thomasville at 59. So overall, our dew points were a bit lower, and we did not have really humid conditions today. Tonight's forecast, you can see 51 in Monticello, 51 in Tallahassee. So a little bit cooler tonight as that cold front brings in cooler temperatures this evening and into the next few days. Look at the moisture. You can see the moisture is coming through with that cold front as the rain falls into the area, and we have some cooler temperatures making its way through. Looking at the day ahead, 12 p.m. 60 degrees, 3 p.m. 63, and tomorrow night 61 degrees at 6 p.m. with some cloud cover coming through. For boat and beach forecasts, you see northeast 5 to 10 mile an hour wind and cool conditions with a bit of cloud cover continuing into the day tomorrow. So beware, it's going to be a nice day to go out, but it is going to be a little bit cloudy. As for the marine forecast, you see it's 64 degrees with a northeast of 10 knot wind, 1 to 2 chopped feet. So overall, it is a pretty nice day tomorrow if you do plan to go out to the beach and enjoy the day. Looking at the week ahead, you can see Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, we have a chance of showers and storms. Thunderstorms coming through, and we have not seen that in quite a while. It is moving into the spring conditions. See 75 on Wednesday, and the conditions continue to be a little bit warmer than they were last week. Now let's turn it over to David.
Thank you, Melissa. So it looks like the rain is going to taper off for this weekend. We'll still have some cloud cover, but the sun, there'll be peaks of sun, so the weather is going to get better. And then next week, look at that, in the 70s. Wow, pushing maybe close to 80. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see, but springtime is trying to, it's a little ways off till spring, but we're getting a little bit of taste of it, and hopefully we'll see how long it lasts. But yeah, you can see here on the week ahead for this weekend, there will be some peaks of sun, and then we get into Monday, and there's a chance of thunderstorms, which, like Melissa was saying, we haven't seen in a while, so we have 40% chance of that. And as temperatures get up to about 75 on Tuesday, and then there's another rainy day, it looks like, on Wednesday with 50% chance of rain, and then we'll have another cold front come through. Remember to follow us on Twitter at twitter.com/FSU, and like us on Facebook. Post some pictures on there, facebook.com/FSU weather. And as always, Monday through Friday, 6 o'clock, watch us live on YouTube. And follow us also on Instagram at FSU weather. And post some pictures of weather that you have in your backyard or while you're maybe on vacation or travel. We'd love to use them on the show, and we want you to be a part of our show by sending us in pictures. Well, I'm student meteorologist David Stoltzen. For all of us at FSU Weather, have a safe and awesome weekend.